that Borole loved his job. He added that Borole's colleagues are still struggling to come to terms with the fact that they will never see him again.
The members are still not yet recovered from the loss of Constable Borole. Please, let's ensure that police officers are also safe as the community in order for us to be able to serve them properly.
September 2024, a quiet night in the Free State. A routine domestic violence call comes in. Nothing unusual, nothing suspicious, just another call for help. But within minutes, a police officer would be dead. 3 civilians would also lose their lives. And what police told the public at the time is now being questioned. Because months later, 9 police officers, his own colleagues, were arrested for murder.
Or rather, 9 police officers from the Bultfontein Public Order Policing Unit in the Free State who are linked to the alleged murder of 3 civilians and one of their own. That's Constable Mojalefa Borole. The murders occurred in September of 2024 in Pahameng Township in Bultfontein after public order police members responded to a call of a domestic dispute where family members were allegedly involved in a fight.
Not strangers, not criminals, but police officers. Tonight, we're going to unpack the story of what really happened to Constable Mojalefa Borole. It was September 2024 in Pahameng Township near Bultfontein. A distress call was made. A woman was reportedly being assaulted. Police were called, and among the officers responding was Constable Mojalefa Borole, a young officer dedicated, committed to protecting his community. That night, he didn't know it would be his last call. Police arrived at the house where the disturbance was reported. Inside, tensions were high, family members were present, voices were raised, and then gunfire erupted. In the hours that followed, police released a version of events. According to the initial report, Constable Borole had been attacked. It was claimed that individuals inside the house turned violent, that during the chaos, Constable Borole was shot and killed. 3 men inside the house also died. At the time, authorities suggested the situation escalated into deadly violence. The public was shocked. A police officer killed while responding to duty.
Much for joining us. Talk to us. We've just heard, of course, the arrest of 9 police officials here at Bultfontein. And of course, you work with police as you are part of those who are fighting crime in the location.
Yes, thank you very much. I attended one of a community member's funeral in Pahameng. Then I heard this disturbing news. Then I came to the police station to find out what is happening. So that is that 9 police officials are arrested pending that case of 2024. Now I'm devastated because those are, they had their families, they have their children, they have whatever it can take.
Tributes poured in, colleagues mourned him, communities demanded justice, and the story seemed settled, but it was not even close. As days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, something didn't sit right. Witness accounts began to surface, details didn't match. And that's when Independent Police Investigative Directorate, known as IPID, stepped in. IPID investigates police misconduct, especially when death involves officers. And this case raised serious red flags. Investigators began asking, who fired the fatal shots? What really happened inside that house? And why were there inconsistencies? The deeper they looked, the more suspicious things became. For months, investigators worked behind the scenes, collecting evidence, interviewing witnesses, reviewing statements, analyzing forensic results. Every detail mattered. Every second counted. And slowly, a different picture began to form, one that looked very different from the original story told to the public. According to investigators, the death inside that house may not have happened the way authorities first described. Instead, it was alleged that officers forced entry into the house and opened fire, not just once, but multiple times, and among the victims was their own colleague, Borole. Then came the moment no one expected. Months after the tragedy, authorities made a shocking announcement. 9 police officers were arrested. Yes, 9 police officers.
The IPID had arrested 80 police officers earlier this morning. The police officers are allegedly involved in an incident that happened on the 22nd of September 2024 in Parliament Township. The allegations are that there was a family dispute, and one of the family members went to a police station to report a case of a stolen cell phone. The police arrived at the scene, and unfortunately there was a shooting that happened where one of the police officers was shot, and that's when the police allegedly asked for a backup, and a lot of police officers allegedly arrived at the scene, and unfortunately 3 of those family members were shot dead. So the arrest today is relating to that incident. So far, it's 8 police officers that were arrested. 1 was traced later, but he will only be processed possibly tomorrow. So it's 9 police officers, and they will be appearing in the Bellefontaine Magistrate Court on Monday morning, facing 4 counts of murder.
You had that right. And these police officers are from the same policing unit, all charged with 4 counts of murder, including the killing of Constable Mojalefa Borole and 3 civilians inside the house. The arrest sent shockwaves across the country. Communities were stunned, social media erupted, and many asked, how could this happen? But what disturbed many people the most was not just the arrest, it was what happened before them. Because after the incident, some of these same police officers were seen grieving, speaking emotionally about their fallen colleague. Some reportedly received counseling. Some appeared deeply affected by this death. But now they stand accused of being responsible for it, and that detail alone has left many people shaken. Following their arrest, the 9 police officers were scheduled to appear in the Bellefontaine Magistrate Court, facing 4 counts of murder. This case is still unfolding. Legal battles lie ahead. Evidence will be examined, witnesses will testify, and the truth will be tested in court. And please note that everything said in this video is allegations, and every person mentioned in the video is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. This case is no longer just about one night or one officer. It raises bigger questions. Can the public always trust official reports? What happens when those meant to protect are accused of harm? And how many similar stories remain hidden? For the family of Constable Mojalefa Borole, justice is still pending. For the families of the 3 civilians, closure is still far away. And for South Africa, this case remains one of the most disturbing police investigations in recent memory. 9 police officers arrested, 4 people dead, and a story that continues to unfold. But the biggest question remains, what really happened inside that house that night? And when the trial begins, more details may finally come to light. Do you think the truth was hidden at first, or is this a tragic misunderstanding? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you want more stories like this, do not forget to subscribe to True Crime with Nsuku's Folktale and also hit the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you will be notified, because the next case might be even more shocking. And this is True Crime with Nsuku's Folktale. See you on the next case.